David defeated Goliath and had significant victories against the Philistines. So much so that King Saul became jealous and planned to murder him. David eventually fled, ending up in the caves of Adulam. His escape to the caves marked the beginning, quite literally, of one of the darkest periods of his life. In the early 1900s, the land of Israel was desolate and empty, largely a desert. Centuries of abuse had robbed the land of its forests, vegetation, and natural beauty. In 1901, Keren Kayamet Le-Israel Jewish National Fund was established and began raising money to purchase tracts of land throughout their ancient homeland. As the guardians of the Land of Promise, they have now planted over 250 million trees and developed the land in many other ways. KKL-JNF also located, researched, and restored many of Israel's unique archaeological and historical sites. The land flowing with milk and honey is being restored to its former beauty. Adulam Caves Park lies in the area originally inhabited by the tribe of Judah, near the American Independence Park. Both are managed by KKL-JNF. These caves provided refuge for David from the murderous desires of King Saul. Soon, 400 warriors joined David, a leader in hiding.
In this region, there are many caves such as this. Many of them were reused for people to hide in and use it for different purposes in antiquity. Now, it was in a cave such as this that King David and his men would have gathered. While hiding from King Saul, he would have had to have allegiance from those who are surrounding him. And we read in 1 Samuel that they were referred to as the Hebrews. And we know of the term Habiru from ancient texts, from those from the time of King David and from earlier. And they refer to landless people, people who did not own land, which meant that he could draw them to him and keep their total loyalty while he was sort of fighting King Saul. So he would have needed large caves to bring these people into.
David and his band of mighty men used caves like this one as their operating base. Their heroic deeds soon made them famous. But the caves of Adulam also represent a low point in David's personal life. Though a man after God's own heart, it was here that he found himself an outcast. In the caves, David's distress led him to write numerous psalms.
Listen to my cry, for I am in desperate need. Rescue me from those who pursue me, for they are too strong for me.
David had gone into hiding in the mountains, sad and distressed. Slowly, God began to break through to him. The Lord his God taught David to stop running away from Saul and to entrust his problems to him. David's time in the caves of Adulam eventually became one of the most fruitful periods of his life. In the darkness, he learned to trust God.